Coming up now is an exciting light heavyweight match between two competitors who have both won their divisions on the Submission Kings circuit and will now battle it out. From the blue corner, representing BJ MMA, please welcome David Gumanz. His opponent represents Quan Vessels from the red corner. Please welcome Miguel da Silva.
Well, folks, two powerful light heavyweights collide as Miguel da Silva and David Gumanz steps onto the WTA stage, both for the first time. Both fighters have dominated their divisions on the local circuit and now face each other to determine who is the true king of the light heavyweight beginners.
Your referee is Kirk Bloomer.
Well, folks, as I mentioned, these two competitors have been on an absolute tear, just not coinciding with each other throughout this 2024 year. So for the first half of the year, David Gumanz was out and Miguel was dominating, and Gumanz stepped in later on in the year. So it will be interesting to see how they show out tonight, 100%. Mark, on the big lights.
Oi, oi, oi. Almost going over into the... Oh, great throw from Miguel.
Fantastic, saving his opponent there from the table, but then
thought they were going to go flying into the cameramen there. I think they saw their life flash before their eyes.
You know exactly what you expect from Miguel. Training with him, he's a very high-pressure kind of opponent. Tries to dominate with his weight downwards on top of you. You see that strong crossface.
Very strong crossface. As he maybe overcommitting to that, David nearly sweeps him, but again, establishing the position well. He's got the underhook on the far side, crossface on the near side. I see he's listening to his cornerman, taking the instructions well, which is always what you want to see from the youngsters, you know?
Yeah, most definitely. I was looking at that base on the other side of the head, you know, the opposite side of the underhook.
Yeah. His corner picked it up, told him what to do. He, you know, engaged, acknowledged, and corrected the position. He's also looks like he's opted, well, not looks like, we see he's opted to go for the top off. Again, that helps much in this heat. Both gents going off.
Oh, yeah, Miguel didn't take too nicely to getting pushed off the stage there.
No, and I think David actually, I think he may have tweaked his leg or hammy a bit as he fell there. He looks to be touching at his leg as they came up on the table.
Luckily, referee Kirk Bloomer making sure that both men keep level heads.
Yeah, reading them the right act and making sure they... Oh, great throw by from Miguel. Beautiful, straight into mount position, looking for a mother's milk now.
Looking for a mother's milk. He's got both of those sticky hooks in, but decides to leave them behind, trying to climb the body of David.
Yeah, going for that mother's milk again, but what a beautiful throw by straight into mount. That was textbook. Again, Miguel looking at the corner, taking instruction, making it very ugly for David at the bottom there, just making sure, you know, he can't get a moment to recover. You know, he's fighting for a breath there for every second, whilst Miguel's actually just, you know, taking his time and taking some instructions.
Yeah, David looking for the sweep there, but with those legs vined, it's a very difficult task.
And Miguel's quite, well, they're both tall men, but, you know, Miguel's got these long limbs, so if he... As he gets swept, he just bases out and manages to recover the position. But it will be interesting to see what other attacks Miguel may start trying to impose here. Is he going to go for a triangle when stuffing that hand? David. Oh, bit of ugly warfare there from Miguel, shoving his opponent's face into the mat.
Looking at those choke frames, but once again aiming for that mother's milk.
If he wants to execute that, he needs to make sure he gets good sweep straight into
Miguel
a triangle.
almost allowing him to get that sweep so that he can get the triangle position.
That is deep. That looks like it's deep. But David doing flipping good work to defend that. A lot of grit, gets out of the triangle, but straight into an armbar now.
Referee Kirk Bloomer gets a pause on the position before both men fall off the stage. It'll be interesting to see how this gets reset.
Oh,
David really battling with that leg, and it looks like he's got a potential shiner there at the same time. It's been an absolute war this match.
I missed the shiner part, but he's definitely clutching at his hammy or his glute or something, or maybe even his groin.
Referee Kirk putting them back into the position before they got off the stage. Miguel locking up that topside triangle.
I think we may see a finish here. David showing a lot of grit to get out of that. I'm sure both opponents are actually extremely slippery now with this heat and the sweat. Great work by David to get out of that, honestly.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
What a matchup we are witnessing here, ladies and gentlemen.
And this is what you want to see from the debutants, you know. We spoke about it the previous match. If you're coming on the stage, give it your all. You got 6 minutes to prove yourself and earn another shot on the WTA stage.
Most definitely. The matchmakers looking very closely at this one.
Sorry to interrupt. Miguel had said that his favorite submission is a dance, so we see him trying to force that.
At the same time, maybe David had a copy of our show notes because he's defending for all of his life. First on that single leg, and now they've swapped. It looks into the...
He can look to change maybe to an anaconda, shoot his right arm through, but he's gone for the arm in guillotine. Again, taking instructions from the corner, shifts to the back.
And switches to the back, which was probably the right thing to do, particularly as David opted for the turtle position. Didn't really give too much of a wrestle up.
Great back take there. These guys have been going hammer and tongs at each other. What a match. Back into mount from Miguel.
Oh, great work there.
I see that David has just a gap there, able to breathe. That mother's milk, not going to do much. I want to see some strong frames from David, maybe looking to get to his side, force a half guard, get his underhooks, and establish, a better half guard position as he, getting out of this terrible, suffocating mount.
You got to call it the way you see it, and Miguel's got all the confidence on his face, really pushing the pressure here, 100%. Whereas David looks a little defeated.
Just a little bit.
He's probably going to opt to ride this out into overtime.
Looks like Miguel could maybe step over for the arm there when David's framing so hard against him. But again, great explosion from David. Manages to come up, get the back. He's got 25 seconds to work now. What a match from these guys. David has to push the pace now. He's got 15 seconds to get the arm triangle. It is on very deep, it looks. Miguel has to just bite down, and he manages to escape there.
But he's got 5 seconds. That rear naked, but it looks like he's holding on to.
What a match. What a match.
And the crowd really appreciating the action, ladies and gentlemen. This place is electrifying. Not even a full crowd in just yet ahead of the main cards, but
that is exactly what you want to see from your prelims.
Okay, let's look at this replay, Mr. Silas.
Both men fell off the mat. Miguel didn't, as you said, didn't take kindly to that. I'm trying to see. I don't know where David tweaked his leg. Maybe he pulled something as he pushed his opponent off the mat. Miguel starting on the back, looking quite bodied up there, if we can say so.
Most definitely. Miguel, interestingly enough, going for the double underhooks here. Not getting into the seatbelt position, trying to threaten for the choke. Oh, there he goes.
Okay.
Miguel would do well to ensure that he gets his head on the right side of this choke, the opposite side of the choking arm.
Yeah, make sure. I would think he needs to get that body triangle as soon as possible. David doing well to defend that. He puts his leg up high to stop that body triangle coming over. Miguel has a bit of a hip clamp there. Manages to get both hooks back in now. David trying to grip fight and protect the choking hand. Miguel just needs to try hold on or or go for the submission. David doesn't look too worried about the threat of a choke at the moment. It seems.
Yeah, Miguel's got the right alignment here, chest on back, making sure the head is in the right position, but he's going to have to try hand fight and isolate those arms if he wants to threaten the chase.
That may not be the strategy here.
Trying to lock up that bottom side triangle, but David doing a good job to defend against that.
He's almost getting his shoulders to the mat there. He may, want to try and force that position a bit more. There we go. We see him. Does that?
Miguel turning over, getting both those hooks. So now in this belly down flattened position, you have the hands dealt with. You could go for the choke, but Miguel ensures that he does not allow his competitor out within the 60-second time limit.
It'll be interesting to see how Miguel does here. He'll want to get out of this as quick as possible, not let David establish any position. We know he's quite a hard man to hold down.
Yeah, and Mark, not to discriminate against these big guys, but it seems to be the strategy of the bigger men to hold on for dear life as opposed to the technical skill of getting a choke down.
You see Miguel leaning forward.
Miguel already using the rotation to get his shoulders flat on the ground. Match ends with still a little bit of bad blood between the two competitors. They definitely do not like each other, ladies and gentlemen, but Miguel wins the matchup in overtime.
What a match, though, regardless that it went to overtime. I think that's, if you are going to have a match go to overtime, you want to see that pace for 6 minutes. These guys are both battered and bruised coming off of the stage.
Nice to see both corners shaking hands there.
And both competitors, settling it on the mat, shaking hands afterwards. Great performance. Well done, gents.